relay squad, and well, of course, we all saw what happened at the European Championships. A lot of suggestions as to lineups, of course, of the games, but all that to come. And that's the Carter, similarly, didn't make the Jamaican individual team. He knows what it's like, though, at the Olympics and the World Championships to be part of their relay success. Mike Rogers, an athlete who was having a pretty good season, was fourth in the American trials. Again, part of their relay team. This young man here, Keston Bledman, has certainly thrust his name forward as perhaps an outside contender. Won the Trinidad Championships, which is never a difficult thing, well, never an easy thing to do, excuse me. Brian Bailey of the US, perhaps again a surprise member of their Olympic team. He's a very, very talented young man though. Kamar Bailey Cole of Jamaica, you might not have heard of him before either, but guess what? Another man on the 10-second, or the cusp of 10 seconds, has run that time exactly. Well, Dwayne Chambers, the first chance to compete in the Diamond League meeting in Great Britain. Won the trials, of course, 10.25 though, the fastest he's managed this year. And this is a difficult heat for him and Mark Lewis Francis in lane 8. Perhaps conditions might just help them a little bit here, because it's a very British night, isn't it? Not too cold, to be fair, but the sprinters, they certainly prefer the conditions to be a little better than this. No wind really to speak of. It's a real disappointment, I'm sure, for the crowd, for Safa Powell not here. Tyson Gay, of course, going in the next heat. Bledman in the middle of the Chambers. Bledman has run 9.86 this year. Oh, Bledman got a terrible start really, and Ryan Bailey perhaps the best of it right in the middle, and over in lane 2 that's the Carter going well, and here comes Bailey right in the middle. Carter's going to be second, and then third it'll be Mike Rogers, and nowhere for Keston Bledman, who was, well, you talk about a sort of crouch start, Colin. He almost toppled over coming out of the blocks. But this man, he's a big, strong, powerful athlete, third in the American trials. As I said, a bit of a surprise that perhaps put on the evidence of that into a fairly stiff headwind there, 10.06. Not too many fireworks, and unfortunately for the British athletes, though, they were just too good.
They were going to struggle. They were going to struggle in this kind of this kind of company. But you know, you're right. You're still right there. You know, Steve Bledman, terrible start. But Bailey, boy oh boy, we watched him at the US Championships, going his way through, and he really worked his way through at the trials to make it through to the team, and he did exactly the same thing here. That 10-0 performance is pretty sensational in these conditions because it's a headwind.
Denise, just a quick word about